My name is Timur Civan. I'm a director of photography, also a Sigma Cine Pro, and today I want to talk about the Sigma Classic Cine Art. I think what Sigma wanted to get across, or even just to see and find out what their capabilities were, was just, they were an aggressive, charismatic set of lenses. The flares are very strong. You look at them funny and they flare. The lights don't even have to be in frame and they will flare. Any errant photon, it takes it, bounces it around the inside and spits it somewhere on the sensor. You don't know where. So they have this energetic flare that kind of moves across the frame. If it's a point source, it's really defined and clean. If it's a soft source, it's very hazy and kind of floats out over, clouding the frame up. But in a good way, not in a aesthetically unpleasing way. So I think the job was really more to just put them through a pace and see what they can do and kind of beat them up a little bit. I sort of maybe went a little too far with them and put them into the most difficult and most challenging situation, which is 35-foot tall, giant windows that face north. So going into post, I think the only concerns we had was a little bit of a concern on set, which is in some of the shots, specifically the one sideways tracking through the hallway where it kind of goes through the pillars and she's backlit by the windows. In that one instance, the lenses were flaring so much that no matter how far I stopped down, they still added so much fill to the base exposure that it was almost like the window was wrapping around and lighting the sensor, regardless of where the iris was. And almost like the iris didn't matter. All it did was kind of change the direction and rotation of the flare a little bit. So I was kind of worried about what was going to be in there. And on set, it looked extremely overexposed and it looked concerning. So it's kind of let's see how this shot works out. So in post, it was a little bit of a relief to know that it's all still there, and there was still plenty of detail and everything looked fine. In fact, all of those blown out windows are completely exposed outside. I had to actually burn them out to just kind of make them light. One of the things that I think was kind of a good sign of how well designed the optics are is that they don't have any chromatic aberration at all. Even without the coatings, they're designed well enough that they don't have that one flaw, which is usually a telltale sign for older optics. But what's cool about that is that you get all the good stuff. You get the softness, you get the vignetting, you get the flaring, you get the resolution fall off into the corners, but without the one thing that's ugly. So it's sort of like you get all the good stuff without any of the bad stuff. So that was really kind of surprising to see, even on we shot on the Monstro, so we had a VistaVision lens, and even in the far corners with burning highlights and super high contrast edges, interior, exterior, and not a hint of green, not a hint of purple. So it brings the image into this kind of interesting place where the natural defect that your eyes normally go to were not there. And you kind of helped focus the attention back to what was important, which was, the dancer. Thank you for watching Operator. The classics were a pleasure to work with, and I hope to shoot more on them soon.
Hello. Hello.